No matter who you are, no matter what you own, shine bright like a star. Even in a broken home, you can go very far. They selling on the corners, we're sitting in the news. Paint a picture of my home, says drugs and abuse. They don't know our story, many faces of truth. We fight for justice, built our dream from the roots. You can do it, just believe it. For the hunger, or for the freedom. Work the summer, chill the season. There's people dying and there's people grieving. Have the patience, things take time. Train your mind and pain your mind. Lose a few, redesign before the light. Then your time comes. Rap shows, rap flows, and these haters that close. Mad cause the gap closed. I rode through with some fat clothes. Made way like a black rose. Cash notes, I'll bank those. I changed, I've grown. Perseverance, I was that cold.
Firstly, I just wanted to thank every single person in this room for coming today. All of you are here because you are someone very special in my life, and I've run into you at a time where I probably was not in my best place, and some of you I've known for over 20 years, Alison on the back, my oldest friend. And some of you have been on my work journey, my business journey, my personal journey, and I'm just so incredibly grateful for all of you. Like, you all mean a lot to me. And just through the times, like, we've prayed together, gone through stuff together, and all of it has shaped who I am today. And I wouldn't be here without a lot of you. So thank you so much for your support and for being here tonight. It's a very significant moment. I just wanted to share something about this podcast. A lot of you who've known me for a long time know that we've been in fashion for a long time, and then hospitality as well. It's been a very obscure journey. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but I felt in my life that I was always supposed to do some purpose that would help people, something that would help encourage and heal people who are going through dark times. And I feel like a lot of the struggles that we go through are basically indications of who we are becoming and where we're going. And I've been through some of the most traumatic things and didn't really know why they were happening. And coming forward to a full circle moment, I've realized part of my purpose is having this podcast, sharing the stories of overcoming obstacles, mountains, trials, and just sharing those with other people, because as you all know, there's a lot of hurt in the world. There's a lot of people who are committing suicide. Like, we know people who've taken their lives. People feel lost. This world is crazy. But I feel like everyone in here is an angel, and all of you have a divine purpose, and I believe it's to help heal the planet. Even if you don't know what it is yet, keep going on your journey, because it will reveal itself at the right time. And if you do know what it is, I just want to encourage you to not give up, because there's so many times that we could have given up. So many times I could have lost my own life, and I just felt intuitively not to stay here. And I'm really glad that we did stick it through, because here we are today, day one of this brand new venture. So I'd like to officially start this podcast by cutting the ribbon. Yeah. Everyone, Tales and Tea with Lakshmi Bee is officially opening. And we have one more little treat. So we have a podcast microphone cake as well. And so apparently I have to bash it and stuff's going to come out of it. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I don't want to wreck it, it's too nice. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3! It's not breaking! Thank you so much, everyone.
Watch me, there is one more thing.
What?
What?
Oh my gosh! I forgot about that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Love. stereo. Flow like a merry-go. Shoulders through terrain that cut, but no, I carry well. Looking at the stars, wonder if you put me on. I was coming up on the road that was made of stone. Pockets hella broke, room was full of smoke. Distracted from my goals, hope I don't lose my soul. Boy got a diamond tongue, not impressed with fame or gold. Maybe I share that thought alone. A navy shirt and they call rap shows, rap flows, and these haters that close. Mad cause the gap closed, I broke through with some fat clothes. Made way like a black rose, cash notes, I'll bank those. I changed, I've grown, perseverance, I was that cold. You can do it, just believe it. For the hunger, or for the freedom. Work the summer, chill the season.
Hello everyone, we are here on the Lakshmi Bee red carpet and I've got a very special guest with me. It is the one and only 3 times world record rowing champion, Michelle Lee.
Well, thank you, Lakshmi, and it's such an honour. It's a pleasure, it's a privilege to be here and part of your launch tonight.
It's so good to have you here, Michelle, and I'm very excited. So to let our viewers know, we've actually done a podcast together, and you have one of the most incredible, insane stories that I've come across and that I've heard. You're a 1 in a billion person, and seeing how you've overcome obstacles and the odds is truly inspiring. And I have to thank you because you gave me the push to actually finally get this podcast out, which has been years in the making.
Oh, darling, you know what? That actually brings pure joy to my heart because I hope that out of what I have done, that I can inspire people to just want to go and tap into their own potential, which, you know, it's only limited by our self-limiting beliefs, our worries, our doubts, that little birdie on their shoulder, that imposter syndrome. So I hope that what I've done will give people permission to go and follow their dream, to go and, you know, really put their head and heart on the line and give it everything, commit fully. Because that's when I know, and what I've learned is that's when the universe opens, divine intervention, whatever you want to call it, everything comes to you when you commit 100% fully. So hopefully my story will inspire people to go and chase their dreams.
Absolutely, I know it will, and I can't wait for you guys to hear this podcast. It's truly life-changing, and as Michelle was saying, there is nothing that's impossible for you.
Yes. My motto is don't die wondering and start thinking you can, and you will.
Yes! Yes! We're back, everyone, with the amazing Christine Deutsch, and I just want to share who this special lady is. So I met Christine in a very dark time in my life. It was after COVID, when all the events got shut down and a lot of my business got destroyed. And I was very depressed and not in the best place. And I ended up meeting Christine, and she was my business coach and helped coach me through a lot of dark emotions, a lot of breakdowns and tears.
And a lot of great celebrations, right? We went to the Fairfield Museum where your black and white theme was. It's like, come on, it wasn't all dark.
That's true, that's true. The dark stuff's always stuck in my mind.
I think that's it, because I didn't realise that all of the darkness that was going on. I know we talked a lot about different things and coming through it and, you know, everything that you do. I have to say, I'm still in awe and amazed at what you create and who you are. Different to coach someone as amazing as you. Yeah, thank you. And to come through all those journeys with you. I was sharing tonight, this is my second time at one of your events, and it's like I always feel like I'm one of the beautiful people.
You are one of the fabulous people.
Just kind of nice. It's outside my usual world. How much fun I had every time we coached, you and your mum together as a team. So it was like, you know, to also watch your mum shine through as well.
You were such a great encouragement to both of us, and I'm so grateful. And I remember the first time we spoke was over the phone, and when I heard your voice, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this lady. Like, who is this lady? She's so cool.
That's funny. That's funny. And it's, yeah, look, I know that's one of my things. You know, you're talking about the gifts that we bring, you know, and I've realised that is part of what I bring, is that calming voice, a bit of humour, a bit of flip it around, and a lot of empathy.
Wow, thank you so much, Chris. I just wanted to give you a shout out because you've been a very important person on our journey, and thank you so much for being here with us.
It's my pleasure and my honour to be a part of your journey, Lakshmi. Thank you.
And cheers to many more celebrations ahead.
Absolutely. Yay.
Thank you. Bye.
I've seen you do so many red carpet interviews. I've never been the recipient. This is like surreal right now.
You're the superstar.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
He knows. We are back, and I have the incredible Joshua Badu, aka Coach Badu, in the house. And I want to do a shout out to Joshua. I'm actually losing my voice, so don't mind me. This is an incredible human being right here, and you've been on this journey with me for over 7 years now. And you've seen me in my highest of highs and lowest of lows. And you've been on this journey, and you've been such a great encourager for me. And I remember you were the first person who said, Lakshmi, the podcast and the speaking is something that you felt like God was pushing me towards to do.
Yeah. I honestly, the feeling is so mutual of like how much you've added to my life. It's crazy. Like, the moments in prayer and all those kind of things. But when I came in, me and Jude were just at the podcast room a moment ago, and we were both still like mesmerized by just the layout. And it just spoke to me and just said like, oh no, this is the spot. This is where it's all going to go down. So I feel like it's just, I could just feel it. And I like that when I shared it with you, you also resonated with it. It didn't feel like, oh, he's just trying to push it on me. It was like, you also felt like, yeah, I can see it. So to me, that was just confirmation. And I love how when you do anything, you do it big. And you can see from all of this, the podcast launch party on your birthday, it's a dream come true, honestly.
It really is a dream come true. And there were days where I'm like, are we ever going to get here? And you're like, when's the podcast coming out?
I said, when's the podcast coming out? And you're like, I'm stockpiling. I'm like, how long is she going to stockpile for? And then when you said, Josh, podcast launch party's happening, I was like, oh, she means business. Do you know what's so funny? The little side story, right? Unless you're living under a rock, throughout the month of May, you would have heard that there was like one of the biggest rap beefs of all time happening between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. When it first started off, Drake was on the offensive, and Kendrick Lamar was just hidden in his own world, not saying anything at all. And everyone thought Kendrick was scared, he's not going to do anything, he's not going to do nothing. And then when he finally popped out, it turns out he had so much catalog, so much content ready to go, that he used all those hidden moments to just prepare himself. And honestly, when I think about how all those years, I'm like, okay, what's happening? Where are we going? I realize now you were just dedicated, preparing so much content, stockpiling, and now that you're ready to go, it's like, oh, she saw it all along. She knew what she was doing all along. You didn't need to worry about anything. She has it under control. Don't worry about it, Josh.
Wow, that's an incredible story to share. And it's hard because when you're on the journey, when no one sees the results straight away, they start doubting you. And they're like, is she even going to do anything?
Is she going to drop? Oh, she dropped. She came hard with it. But I honestly feel like I'm looking forward to the next chapter. I'm going to be listening, watching, viewing, sharing. Tales and Tea with Lakshmi Bee. Here it comes.
Here it comes. Thank you so much, Joshua. And just want to shout, Josh is an incredible life coach and pastor and youth mentor. And he does a lot of good work in the community. So definitely check him out. Thank you so much for being here. Such a blessing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
To many more years.
100%. Many more years. God bless. See you again soon.
See you soon. We're going to the cocktail lounge now. Bye. Hello everyone, we are back and I have the incredible Hills Lodge crew, except Cassie is no longer with us at the moment, but that's where we met. So I have Joshua and Cassie.
I love it.
I want to say congratulations for the opening of your new podcast, Tales and Tea. I just want to say I absolutely love Lakshmi. You're one of the most entrepreneurial women I know. You're one of the most sustainable women I know. And you just had a full cycle of life, honestly. You've been this place, you've lived different locations, different lifestyles. It's such an inspiration to me. And you were saying before, during your speech that you've had times where you were like, what's my purpose? But you sat me down one time when we were there just for Tales and Tea. And you were like telling me what, you know, you helped me discover my purpose. And like, thank you for that. So yeah.
That's incredible. It means so much just to be able to help where I can. And I have to say that both of you guys have been such encouragers on my journey as well, because when I first joined the hotel, I was in a very dark place, and you guys are like sunshine. Like, you radiate so much light, both of you, and I'm so blessed to have you in my life.
Here's the thing about Lakshmi. Every time, without fail, every time I walk into the hotel, every time she sees me, she's like, oh my gosh. It's like a puppy when they see like their owner come home. They're like so excited. So like I guess I resonate with what she's saying, that like I guess the hotel's a great like environment to just like be all happy and share that with other people. And so I guess she sees that in me, and I see that in her when I'm down as well. Like, it's, I don't know, the hotel's
You balance each other out.
Literally, yeah. So it's, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And it's funny, when you said the greeting, whenever I saw both of you at the hotel, it's always like, oh my gosh, hi!
You know it's going to be a good shift. I feel like we've definitely bonded over busyness, or bonded over stress.
That is so weird,
we've stress
right?
bonded.
Such a weird,
And
like...
it's also the environment where you see each other in the most down moments and the most weakest moments where you've just had enough for the week. But just by just having a conversation, or it could be something so off, like hospitality topics.
That is so true. I just want to thank both of you for being here tonight. You guys are such a blessing. You're lights in the world. Keep sharing your story and helping everybody out there.
Thank you. Party on.
Oh, thank you for having us. I'd like to back up what Cassie said. Congratulations on a podcast.
And also, happy birthday.
Thank you. Hey everyone, so we are back, and I am here with the lovely Susie Ferreira, and I just want to give a shout out to my guest today, and special shout outs to the people who've been there on my journey. So for those of you who don't know, Susie is an incredible interior designer, and she uses sustainability in her designs as well, which is absolutely amazing.
That's the reason why we just really clicked, wasn't it? Right, instantly. We just had that pure vision of being sustainable, no matter which way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's funny, I remember I was sitting at your kitchen, and it was at the time before all of this happened, and I was saying to you, I was kind of confused and a bit depressed, and I said, I think I need to do this podcast, and I don't know. And I remember you said to me, just let things be, just be. And so I did that. I took a step back, and I found my peace again, and everything has slowly been unfolding since then.
Oh, that is so good, because it's this divine image, isn't it? Like, it just unfurls for you, but you've just got to be in that moment to let it reveal itself. And I'm so glad that you've followed and you've been able to listen to that, because this is going to be amazing for you. I know it.
Thank you so much, Susie. Thank you so much for being here and for your support and encouragement. Check out Susie's Instagram page. She has some beautiful designs. Cheers to a sustainable future and a healed planet.
Oh, I can't wait. And thank you so much. And I can't wait to be a part of your podcast. It's just going to be amazing.
Awesome. Thank you. See you. I am with the incredible MB from Mac Media. So for those of you who don't know, MB has been the man behind the camera for a lot of my fashion shoots. And we've got tons of new content coming out soon, which is very exciting. And he's the man who's behind the camera of this event today. So good to have you with us.
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting me. It was a pleasure working with you. The event today was crazy. It was so wonderful. She nailed it, guys.
I just wanted to share, actually, when I met you, I was in a very dark time in my life, and then we ran into each other at a workshop for finance.
That's crazy. And it's like vice versa too. Like, I was going through the same thing. It's just love nature, man. That's it. Things happen for a reason.
Absolutely. It's so good to have you here, and it's only going up from here on. If anybody needs some video, behind the scenes footage, whether it's for your conference or your event or a fashion blog, check out MB at Mac Media.
That's it. And look out for this logo.
Bye. We are back with the one and only Thuy Nguyen
from Western Sydney Fashion Festival.
Yes! So you would have seen her in some of our past footage. So I just want to shout out you, Thuy. You were one of the first fashion shows that we did in Sydney, actually. And you gave us an incredible opportunity. You've been on this journey with me for almost 7 years now, I think.
Yeah, 2015. I think that's more than 7 years.
8 years? Oh my gosh. I just wanted to give a special shout out to you. You've been an incredible support to me and my mom over the years, and you've always supported Lakshmi Bee. You're just one of the kindest fashion directors that I've ever worked with, and you just make everyone feel welcome and loved, and you always make sure we have food and drinks, which is very important. Thank you so much for being here and supporting us.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and I'm so excited on this new journey, and I'm looking forward to everything and listening to this podcast, and I hope everyone listens to this podcast as well. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And cheers to many more adventures ahead.
Yes, together.
What are you working on right now?
So I've just recently did a guest lecture at Western Sydney University talking about the journey of Western Sydney Fashion Festival and all that we've achieved over the years. An event's coming up later on in the year, but we'll see.
Wow, that's incredible. Business page where we can find more of your work?
You can just follow us on Instagram at Western Sydney Fashion Fest. We'll love the support there.
Awesome. Everyone, check out Western Sydney Fashion Festival. Thui's always got amazing things going on in community, the arts, fashion. We'll see you at some of those events in the future. Bye.
Okay. You must have been so nervous when I was interviewing you.
I was so nervous. We are back with the wonderful Sharon Masige. I just wanted to give a special shout out to you because you were actually the first news station to interview me and my mom.
Oh my goodness, that's so lovely. Oh my gosh, and it was such a pleasure interviewing you. You and your mum was so sweet, and I was so excited talking to you because you had such a great idea, so creative, coming up with all your designs that were upcycled. I remember when I pitched the story, it was around the Western Sydney Fashion Festival, and we talked to you about your designs, talked to you about your whole story, and I was just so happy for you. You guys are doing some really great work.
Wow, thank you so much, Sharon. I just wanted to put the spotlight on you because I've worked in the industry for a long time. Some of you may or may not know I did a bit of journalism as well, and it can be a bit of a crazy industry, and you're one of the kindest interviewers that I've come across. And when I first met you, I felt so much warmth from you. I just liked you straight away, and I couldn't have thought to do this event without you.
Thank you so, so much. And I'm so proud of you too, launching your podcast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Honestly, a pleasure interviewing you. Pleasure seeing how you have continued to grow and succeed. And I'm so happy that you were happy with me too.
Thank you so much, Sharon. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Oh my gosh, can I have a selfie?
We are back, and I am with the beautiful Chanchal. I first met her at one of our fashion shows, and she gracefully modelled some of our designs at the Western Sydney Fashion Festival and has been a wonderful supporter of our work and any events that we've had. She's actually a lawyer as well, and she's working on some incredible community projects and some beautiful things that are going to help people who've been through some tough stuff. So it's so good to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me here, Lakshmi. I feel very privileged to be here with you today.
So good to have you here. I'm very much looking forward to hearing more about your work. You were telling me a bit about it before and talk about your new book coming out. But do you want to share a little bit about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have this idea about a children's picture book. The purpose of the picture book is essentially to teach young children about consent and to do it in a way that doesn't get, rid of their innocence. I want to do it in a way that's creative and that really speaks to children. So that's one of my ideas. I'm really hoping that it gets published and that we can introduce it into our educational system.
Wow, absolutely. That's so powerful. And no matter what it takes, we will see this book out. You're doing incredible work, and what you're doing is very needed in the world. And it's a subject that's also touched my life. Very much looking forward to seeing that come out and seeing more people in our world healed and protected by this work that you're doing.
Absolutely. I think it's something that speaks to a lot of individuals, and it's something that you don't realize is quite prominent in our community until we hear those awful headlines on the news. And it's something that people have either experienced directly, indirectly, and I think that the only way we can really get rid of it is teach children about it so that they know what's happening prior to becoming an adult and then having that derail their life. That's what we're hoping to accomplish with this book.
That's an incredible purpose. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your support.
Thank you so much for having me, Lakshmi. I'm so excited for this chapter of our life together.
Me too. A lot of exciting things ahead. See you soon. Hello everyone, so we are back and I have the incredible Noah with me today, and I actually work with Noah at the hotel that we work at. I just want to give a shout out to you because you're an incredible human being, you're a wonderful leader and you do great work, and I know you're studying to be a pastor right now, which is super exciting.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, I'm in my second semester of Hillsong College, doing my associate's degree in theology, about to finish second year and then move on to my bachelor's, and I'll finish studies this time next year, end of May 2025, and then graduate in November 2025, and then who knows what God's got planned, but I'll walk in faith and walk in the light and see what happens.
You never know where it's going to take you, and I know that God's got massive plans for you. So for those of you who don't know, Noah is an incredible prayer warrior, and anytime there's darkness in a space, we like to pray to lift that energy out and bring in the good energy of God and change spaces. And the work you do is beautiful. You're a light worker. Your prayers are very powerful. And I'm so grateful that I've had the privilege to be able to pray with you.
Yeah, praise God. I mean, well, I look back on tonight, and I remember, what God has done and what He did, that night. We had finished work. What was it? I think we finished work midnight. Absolutely crazy shift, and I really just sensed in my spirit God was just telling me to pray. And so I got Josh and Lakshmi, and we went for it. Hey, we went nearly every room in the hotel. It took us about over an hour. We finished work, left work probably about 1:15. But we were just praying and going for it and contending and believing God just to just move and manifest His Holy Spirit into the hotel, and we really just saw change after that. Hey, and really God really moved, and we know that the Bible says our weapons are not carnal, but they're mighty through God for the pulling down of strongholds, and we went for it that night, and I'll never forget that. And it's an absolute honor to be here and to celebrate you tonight. And yeah, I'm really, really encouraged, and I'll always remember that and have that as a fond memory of what God's done.
Thank you so much. I'm really glad you brought that story up because I actually had a dream. Have you ever experienced deja vu? When we were in that moment, I remember I had a dream of that exact moment 2 years ago. So when you're connected spiritually and you build a relationship with God, He can actually work through you, show you things, do miracles in your life. That moment was something I saw 2 years ago, and to live it out, it was an incredible experience and it was very powerful. So I really encourage all of you guys out there. We wouldn't even be here without God, honestly. None of us would be.
Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right. Yeah, I mean, as a 5-year-old kid, gave my life to Jesus, and then knew from 7 years old I wanted to come to Australia. Now I'm 21 and living that dream out. I got 1 more year to go of Bible college, and then who knows what God's got. But no, you're absolutely right. Wouldn't be here without Him, and praise Him for giving us His Son Jesus, and for us to walk in the light and walk in freedom.
Amen, amen. I can't wait to see what you do. This is just the beginning for you, and I cannot wait to see your ministry grow. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for all your support and your prayers.
Thank you, Lakshmi. Bless you. That's great.
Hello everyone, so I am back with the incredible Noah Films New Order Art House, and I've got the incredible Marshall and Sangeetha, my family.
Yeah, I've known Lakshmi for about 6 years now, and you've known her for...
My whole life.
Your whole life.
Part of my life, because I'm older. 3/4 of my life. Just want to give a big shout out to you guys. You have helped me put this thing together and help make it possible, done some heavy lifting, and I have to thank you so much for helping with my displays and the food and my many mental breakdowns when I almost thought this wasn't even going to be possible. You've been such a support to me through the years, and I'm so grateful to have you as my family.
No, I mean, that's what family's for. But yeah, I'm so excited for everything that's to come with the podcast, everything you've worked on. Something I was going to say that I do admire about you is your confidence to just be yourself and be unique. And also just your empathy and wanting to help people and change the world. So I'm excited to see that through the podcast.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. I'm so grateful for both of you, and this is only the beginning. Do you guys have any cool projects coming out soon that we need to look out for?
Yes, so we just shot a film and it's actually coming out next week. So that'll be out on YouTube globally, and it's got a really good message. If you're following our page, or if you want to follow our page, then keep an eye out on that at Noah Films.
Thank you for your support and your encouragement and helping me through every crazy up and down in my life. We will see a lot more from Noah Films. My mom and I will be doing some of the costumes, so check out Noah Films on YouTube and Instagram. We'll see you guys soon. Bye. I'm losing my voice. My voice is gone.
Girl, you've been on live. You've been going on that.
Hello, everyone. So I am here with the one and only Alison Hunt.
Hey. Hi. How does this work?
So for those of you who don't know, Alison is actually one of my oldest friends, and we've known each other for over 20 years. And I'm so freaking blessed to have you in my life. And in this journey, life's taken us on different paths, but we've always managed to just full circle come back. And I know you moved to Sydney.
I got here probably like 3 months ago. It's crazy. I like it here. I like the fast pace.
We actually met, well, we call it the Bay. That's where we grew up.
For 508.
And I have to say, this is just a testimony right here, because the place we live, there's a lot of hardship that goes on in that area. But I have to say, the Bay is where I met some of the most beautiful people that I've ever met. And I feel like when you go through challenges, it really helps you become a more kind person. And I have beautiful childhood memories there. And I went to school with you. I loved our school. We had amazing teachers. Those teachers saw me when I was an introvert, because you remember I was very introverted.
I was just saying to your friends over there, they were like, what was Lakshmi like as a young kid? I was like, she was very like quiet and shy. They're like, quiet? They were like, she was quiet? What? I was like, yeah, she was like an introvert. Like, she was a very shy person, which they didn't believe, because they were like, but she's so like approachable. Like, how is she? I was like, she was. But like, I guess that's kind of why we kind of vibe, like we became friends. Because in a way, we're kind of both introverted, but at the same time, we enjoy having a good time. Like, we like a social kind of...
We're introverted extroverts.
Yes.
It's incredible, because back then I was so shy and so reserved, and people like our teachers and our friends and you saw me when I was hiding in the corner, and you chose to be my friend. And I remember when I knew you, I thought you were so confident and such an awesome and kind person. You always came to my events and supported everything that I do, and I want to shout you out. You've got a beautiful family as well who do amazing things in the community, and I'm grateful to have you and grateful to do another 20 years with you.
Yes, I know. It's been 20 years. Like, that's crazy. These kind of friendships that last the longest. We've seen each other grow, literally, from when we were young to how we are now. And, like, it still kind of blows my mind how far you've come as a person. So I want to shout you out. I want to shout this girl, because you've come through so many struggles. And I've seen you grind and I've seen you thrive, and, like, your business. Look at this, guys. It's constantly growing, going in a direction that's going to be successful. We know it's going to be successful because, well, look at her. She's just the best. But I just, like, want to thank you, because you've always been such a good friend. And, like, you've always been the same person. I was just saying to those guys over there, you've always been the same person, like, through and through. You've always been the same. And I'm so grateful to you. You don't understand how much of an impact you are to people's lives because you give off that kind of like positivity, that aura that everyone wants to be around. Thank you and congratulations and happy birthday.
Thank you. Yay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Alison. And there's a lot more things coming up, more events. So we'll definitely collab on those. And welcome to Sydney.
Yes, thank you. Lakshmi Bee, everybody.
Bye. Hello, everyone. So we are back with the one and only TC.
Yes. Hello, Lakshmi. You look absolutely stunning, my friends. Absolutely stunning. And this is your party. I absolutely love it.
I just want to give a special shout out to you. So for those of you who don't know, TC is an incredible human being. He's an entrepreneur, a wonderful man of God, a youth mentor. He does a lot of work in the community and he's a light worker. He has incredible energy and brings positivity to every room. And I just want to shout you out because I met you when I was quite new to Sydney and I went through a lot of dark times. This is very interesting what I love about God. I would meet you randomly at the shopping center, at church, at random events, and every time I ran into you, you would give me a word, and I would hold on to that word, and it would help me get to the next level, so I didn't give up. And I'm so grateful for your prayers, for your encouragement, and you're a big part of why and how I am here today. And I'm so thankful that God has brought you in my life and that I can call you a friend.
You're most welcome. Listen, I was just, showcasing telling people how incredible you are. But that all comes down to the glory of God. And I am so grateful to be your friend as well.
I'm so blessed to have you. I heard that you're coming out with a podcast soon as well.
Yes, I am. I'm coming out of a creative podcast that should launch in the next couple of months. So we're still working with sponsors and technical stuff just coming together. But I'm excited.
I'm so excited for you.
I'm so glad that you are paving the way so I can learn from your wisdom. So hopefully I'll be able to come and have a chat to you about that one of these days.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'd love to do an episode with you. You're a man of much wisdom, and I know your podcast is going to bless a lot of people.
Yes, I'm really excited. We've got a lot of creative people in my world who are coming together to talk about the creative process, how you get from point A to point B, the struggles that happen along the journey, but also just the joy of being a creative. I feel like God's created every single person to be creative in their own element. So I want to spearhead, I want to make sure I showcase all the creative people in my world and people who are up and coming in that world as well. Yeah.
I cannot wait for your podcast to come out, and thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for being here.
No, thank you, Lakshmi. I think this is incredible. This event that you're holding is probably one of the best events that you've ever had. I love coming to your parties because I'm like, what is she going to showcase next? Because it's going to be absolutely incredible. So thank you for just hosting us and just having us come to this event.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And to many more awesome years ahead.
Absolutely. I am so excited for the many stories that are going to come out from you jumping into all that God's got in for you.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. See you soon.
Make sure you log into her podcast, subscribe, link, share, do it all.
Yes.
This woman is going places. See you guys.
Bye. Thank you so much. That was so nice. Thank you. Hello, everyone. We are back, and Lakshmi Bee is in the house.
Hello.
Wow, what a night this has been.
Yeah, it's been great, hasn't it? Everything you could have hoped for, I think. Yeah, everything you would have dreamed it could be.
It definitely has been, and it's been a long time coming, and I'm so excited for this new chapter in our lives and in our business and as a family.
We had this idea almost exactly a year ago on my birthday, 3rd of June, so our birthdays are only 2 weeks apart. So it's almost a whole year later on your birthday, you're launching the podcast, which you had the idea on my birthday last year. And I think that's very significant. The artwork I've done, I felt prompted by God to do that art piece, and I think it's to mark this significant moment in your career, in your life, and in the life of us as a family and a business.
Absolutely. For those of you who don't know, my mom is the Bee in Lakshmi Bee, and she ended up doing this portrait of me for the Archibald, and she likes to take photos when no one's looking, And she took a photo of me when I was in a weird place and I was sitting there thinking, and it was the moment I got the idea for the Tales and Tea series for the Lakshmi Bee podcast. And she captured that moment, ended up making this beautiful mixed media upcycled art piece, and we took it into the Archibald, and we ended up getting interviewed by the Sydney Morning Herald, and they put out our work about the art and the podcast. And it was very significant because I feel like I've been in a cave for the past few years, and I felt unseen, lost,
dragged down,
and very dragged down. When that moment happened, it was unexpected. It meant a lot to me because I was like, wow, in a click of a finger, things can change, things can move. And it was also confirmation that this podcast needs to go out, because I know I've been hanging on to it for years, and it's taken me a long time to get to this point, and it's felt delayed a lot of the time, but it was just gave me the confidence to actually finally get over my mental issues and just do it. And I have to say, since making that decision, everything is slowly falling into line.
Exactly. It's all flowing, isn't it? And everything, like you said, is falling into place. It just takes by making a decision and then taking the steps towards it and faithfully following the steps, even if you can't always see where it's going. If you just have that end goal in mind and you allow God to direct your steps and do as much as you can, and then you put the rest into God's hands and He will do the rest.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I know I would not be standing here without God, and I would not be standing here without you.
Well, I certainly wouldn't be here without you.
I want to do a shout out to you because this wouldn't have happened without you either. You've been my number one encourager, as well as Papa, who is my dad. And I feel very blessed to have the most incredible parents on the planet. And I know we fight a lot, but you guys have always encouraged us to follow our dreams. And you've never let us give up. You've never let us quit. And you've kicked our butts when we needed it. And the number one thing you both have done is to encourage me to keep my faith alive. Faith is the beginning of everything. You can be completely unknown. You can be in the worst place. But if you have faith and you take action on what you can do in the moment with the resources you do have, because I didn't have much resources, magic happens.
Exactly. That's right.
And you guys are a true testament to that, because I know when you met, you barely had anything, and you worked your way from England to Australia, and here we are now, and we're at our first business Lakshmi Bee event.
Well, you're right, and it all began with faith, because I went to London on faith. I didn't know what I was going to. That's where I met my husband, Lakshmi's dad, and like she said, we had barely nothing at all. We just had I lived in one bedroom in someone's house, had no money, but, and we got married just £50. And from there...
And a £30 ring.
Yeah. And then we came to Australia and we slowly built our way up from there. And obviously we have 5 children, Lakshmi's the eldest, and we've encouraged them all to follow their dreams and follow the path that God has put there for them.
Absolutely. Wow. We should just do a podcast up here.
Yeah, it's turning into one.
Awesome. Well, we've got some podcasts together coming out soon. We've also got some very exciting lifestyle content that's coming out. My mom, Bee, she does all the food, the vegan food, healthy food, beautiful drinks, mocktails. So you'll see a lot more of that coming up. And she is the sponsor of all the food and drink today. That is Lavender Coco Kitchen, our lifestyle venture. So you'll see a lot more coming out soon.
Yes.
I will let you get back to the party.
Thanks.
You can do it, just believe it. For the hunger or for the freedom, work the summer, chill the season. There's people dying and there's people breathing. Have the patience, things take time. Train your mind and pain your mind. Lose a few, redesign before the light. then your time comes.